Hey, Travis kiddos. Happy Monday. And I hope you guys had a wonderful spring break. If you already watched the reading video, you saw that I'm trying this a little bit differently this week. I am going to go over the must-dos and then the essential work first, and then the may-do, which I'll have to do separately for math since I can't switch back and forth between my screen and my face. So this is our work for the whole week for math. So we're finishing up chapter 16, numbers to 120. So this is the student edition, grade 1 student edition, volume 2, page 196. If you don't know how to get here, I have included the video in the description of how to get here on Think Central through Launchpad. And I've also included a direct link to get at least to where you can choose volume B and then choose a page up here. So you can choose up here your page number. So if I wanted to go to page 200, I could do that. But I'm going to go ahead back to 196. Whoops, not 196. Okay, so starting here on lesson 3, we're going to do comparing, ordering, and patterns. So patterns are really tricky. Be really careful with those. Take your time. So you are going to read through these pages. Obviously, you can't type, but each time you see a green box like this, you are going, like at the bottom of page 197, you are going to say what the answer would be. So 3 more than 60 is blank. So you start at 60 and count up 3. 1, 2, 3, 63. So 3 more than 60 is 63. So you're going to compare numbers and put them in order. This is a great hands-on activity. You're going to use this 100 chart. Start at 50 and count on by 5s. If you did lots of counting practice last week, counting by 1s, 5s, 10s, and maybe even 2s, this will be a piece of cake for you. So you can go ahead, you can make a 100 chart, you can do it here on this picture, however you want to do it. And then the other problems are a little bit trickier, so start at 72, count on by 2. Use the 100 chart to help you, okay? And then you have all of that to read through and do. It's really good for our number sense, our number order, place value, all of that. So then you have another hands-on activity. If you have a spinner you can use, great. If you can create a spinner to use, great. If you cannot, that is fine. But do the best you can with that hands-on activity. Then we are going to compare numbers by their 10s and 1s. You notice in these pictures there's a little sound button. So if I click the sound,
you can compare numbers when the tens are different.
So you can have the computer read it to you. If you're not available with your child or you want to have that interactive feature, you have that available to you. But read through each box and each question, answering verbally or writing it down if you want for each of the green boxes. Okay, so we're comparing 10s and 1s. They're using base 10 blocks to show the numbers, as well as place value charts. So the yellow things are the base 10 blocks. The ones that are connected are 10s. The ones that are separate are 1s. And we have the 10s and 1s chart to talk about the place value. So go ahead and practice comparing. Oh, and then we also see there we're going to work on the symbols. So greater than, less than, and equal to. That is a big standard that we had only touched on before we left, so good to really practice this a lot right now. We were taught when we were kids thinking of the, an alligator munching wants to eat the bigger number. You can use that analogy if you'd like, or any other thing that works for you and your child. Then there's some missing numbers in the pattern. So patterns, like I said, are tricky. You have to think about what is going on in each pattern. And here, these number lines are not all going by 1. So this number line is going by 5s, this number line is going by 10s, this number line is going by 2s. So think about what the question is asking and how many spots on the number line you're going to need to move. Playing Guess My Number or What's My Number is a great game. Anybody can play. It's a lot of fun. You can give clues, you can ask questions, yes or no. Lots of fun with that. So that was all kind of introduction. Now the let's practice part, it has a lot of extra practice for you to put those skills to use. So they have comparing, number order, greater than, less than, equal to, fill in the missing numbers in the pattern. All really good work. Now, I am going to tell you about the may do, which I'll show you later, but the may do or enrichment work, you see here it says on your own, go to workbook B, practice 3, pages 149 to 153. You can access these on Think Central. You can see here, oh, this is not it. Sorry, I won't show you that. You can access it online, the workbook pages. And you also might have them at home. If you do, you can use that to enrich your learning and continue to work on those skills. So here is a let's explore. You're going to write 5 different number patterns starting with 33. So you get to make up your own, which is fun. You could do the math journal and then put on your thinking cap. It's another number machine, so you're going to have something going in, something happens to it, something comes out. Then they have a couple of rules for you to practice with. And again, you see at the bottom it says go to workbook page, blah, 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 thinking cap 155 to 158. So if you'd like to enrich your learning with that, up to you. You are welcome to do it. The chapter wrap-up is a little review of what is in the chapter. If you want to start here and kind of give yourself a heads up of what you're going to be working on, you're welcome to start here as well. And then you have the connection to the workbook pages here. It's the chapter review / test. It's not technically a test, but it does go over all the skills from the chapter, which the pages are 159 to 160. Those are the paper pages if you have them from the workbook. And that's it for this week's math work. Next week, we'll get into Chapter 17, Addition and Subtraction for 100. But for now, that is it. Chapter 16, just finishing it up, doing lots of review with that. Have fun with it and happy learning.